that. Okay.
Wow. I didn't even get that feedback yet from Zoom.
And I don't see there. No, I don't see it on the
I see it. This
on.
meeting is being live streamed, upper left.
I
All right.
see that. Wait a minute. Hold on. Live. I see it on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, check. Brent, can you check for LinkedIn?
Sure, I can.
That's so nice of you.
Let's see what we have. Okay, so I'll
We're
post.
about to.
X is live.
Great.
It's live on LinkedIn too.
Wow.
When you go to LinkedIn, what do you go to? Gillmor Gang for LinkedIn? Just is that where you see if it's live?
Steve Gillmor.
Steve Gillmor. Okay, Steve Gillmor. I'm looking at Steve Gillmor. Nice
Yeah,
picture, Steve.
Gillmor Gang.
I
And
don't
there
think
it
you
is.
guys have a
It's
Gillmor
live.
Gang page on LinkedIn, do you?
There is a page.
Oh.
I posted on it somewhere.
Oh,
It's a
Okay,
page.
can we, Tina, can you please do a lead-in, please?
Yes. I would like to share this though first. So, all right, I'll share it after. Okay. Mute is off, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and
Hi, Steve Gilmore here. This is the Gilmore Gang. Welcome to, from the snowy shades of London, Frank Radis. Welcome, Frank.
Steve, Brent, Tina, Keith, otherwise known as the Gangsters. Hi, thanks for welcoming me. I feel loved.
and you are.
I appreciate it.
Put that in a care package and lick it.
or not.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, or
come
not.
on, Frank. That's what she said. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what she said.
Mm.
Okay. Also from the British state, but
State of mind.
yeah, and now he's from the Palo Alto zone. Is Keith Tier?
And Steve's, unfortunate
No
attempt
improvisations, please.
to
Can you
use
respond?
to use from the British state as if it was wrong. I just have to tell you that is the exactly correct way of describing it.
Excellent, and I'm so thrilled to be on this show and moving forward. What is
And
your
being
name?
right.
Who are you?
I am Keith Tier. My wife tells me I'm nobody, but so does Steve, by the way. But some people like me.
Who said that? I didn't say anything about you yet.
No, Steve loves you like a brother.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's not a good thing in the Gilmore
Oh, it
family.
is. It's a good thing. It's better than the alternative. Trust me.
Dan, if you're listening, I share your pain.
No, improvisations are not allowed.
Oh, that's the only thing that's allowed.
From the State of Confusion
Aw.
is Brent Leary.
I hate everything right now.
Why? Because
Why? Because the Dodgers won?
No, it's YouTube TV and ESPN are just.
oh,
they're
don't
really.
get me started. It's a terrible story. I'm so pissed off at
Okay, we're
Kenny.
going to have an explanation of what's going on, Frank Radis. But
I
first,
wish we knew.
Bottom of this.
yeah, I want
Money.
to finish my introductions. From the right side of my hand.
What?
Yeah,
That
doesn't work.
just sounds bad.
I don't know. That doesn't
That would
sound
be the
good,
back
Steve.
of my hand.
Yeah, because that you showing the backhand to your wife really doesn't come
Yeah.
across really good. You know.
Yeah.
I know,
Let's
and we know that.
Let's try that all over again. Let's try it again. Take 2 on Steve. Go on.
You'll thank yourself later.
Confusion.
Try it again. You haven't gotten your
Confusion
name yet, by the way.
is Tina Chase Hall Gilmore.
Oh God! Even screwing up my name? Okay.
It's the only thing I have left.
No, you can't do that. Okay.
Okay, say hi. Where are you?
Next to you.
My
Close to you.
Tina Chase Gilmore. My Facebook name is Tina Hall Chase Gilmore because a lot of people knew me with that name. Steve is screwing it all around to be funny. It's not funny.
That has never been a goal. Okay.
We're off to a swimming start here.
So are we done with the introductions?
I
Yeah.
sincerely hope so.
Oh, who are you?
Okay.
You-
So Frank, can you explain the uh, ESPN YouTube TV crisis?
ABC.
Well, I can try, and Brent and I have two completely different reasons for really being pissed off about it. But it, as is, it's really unlike the last time Disney and YouTube TV had a spat, and there was it's about money, and it's about paying licensing, and YouTube doesn't want to pay the license fee that Disney wants them to pay. And this time, or actually the last time it happened, like 2 days later, it was resolved and they went all back on the air. They went black for like a minute and then boom, they're back on the air. This time, they didn't even talk about it. It just boom was off the air. It was really, really bad. I mean, look, those of us who knew that it was coming, and if you read my newsletter this week, it was my updated newsletter that led with that story. It was a surprise to regular viewers and not so much a surprise to me and Brent. Brent, of course, having the ESPN heart attack, and I had the my wife is a big watcher of The View, which you can't get here on Disney Plus, because you can have a Disney Plus separate from having YouTube TV. So anyway, the only other way to do this and to get it back is to maybe get a Hulu account, which is a separate account and costs a separate fee. And it hasn't been resolved yet. And if it doesn't get resolved, YouTube says it's going to give us, those of us who have the account, $20.
Is that a one-time thing?
See, I think that's a one-time thing. They never explained it, but I think they're going to give us $20, period, the end. Thank you very much. In which case,
I'm out.
I'm out too. And but I just then have to figure out how to get Hulu live here without installing it in my Fire Stick in America and then bringing it here.
Well, enough of your piracy.
It's not piracy; it's legal.
Well, okay.
In some countries.
Yeah.
So there's a spat. It's over money. We can't get now. We can't get any Disney channel through YouTube TV right now, right?
Which
Right.
includes ABC.
ABC.
You can't get
Okay,
ABC.
so
and,
big
And ESPN.
and ESPN.
That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
big confession here. I am a person who has watched a soap opera for about 50 years.
Which one?
Yeah. Was
General
it all
Hospital.
General Hospital?
Wow.
I use that the writing is so bad right now, but I use it to put me to sleep.
Wow.
So I turn that on. I go to get in bed and put that on, and no, I can't watch it. It's inaccessible. I can't see it. And by the way, the Hulu stuff, you're talking about a delay of a day, right?
I don't think so. I think it's a special Hulu Live account.
Yeah,
It's
Hulu
separate.
Live competes with YouTube TV.
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
Yeah. You would pick one or the other. And actually there's a third one, which I don't even know the name of. It's like Replay TV or something bizarre like that.
so that sounds
Um,
like a lot of fun
So
too.
we've
You can have multiple accounts on different networks, none of which give you what you're looking for.
So we've been happy with YouTube TV until now. And
I wouldn't say happy. They keep raising the price like $10 every year.
every time I turn around, it started out at like $60 and it's now 92.
But I think this is more of a Disney thing than a YouTube TV thing. I think Disney has a very good strategy, which is
Yeah.
they just launched Hulu outside the US as well.
Yeah.
They want to be a global live TV meets, back catalog meets new releases, covering news, sport, entertainment. They're going for being the number one across all categories, and they're pricing it to YouTube TV, hoping that YouTube TV will not pay.
Yeah.
so that they can start to damage YouTube TV.
And they
I
got a
think you're
good
right.
shot.
Can you, does that mean you can get Hulu Live now in the UK?
They've rebranded it a different name outside the US, and I don't know if the UK was one. I didn't pay attention to the details, Frank. So
Okay.
maybe look it up while we're on the show. And we can
Yeah.
find.
The thing
So
for
is
me is it's like, ESPN, ABC, whoever, whatever, they spent a ton of money getting all these live sports. And that gives them, to me, a really firm hand because we all know at this point, appointment TV is only for stuff like live sports. Everything else people can watch in their own time.
or
So with
award
them,
shows.
yeah, yeah. So if you own NBA and NFL and whatever things they're probably getting, that gives them a much stronger hand when it comes to these kind of contracts, I'm guessing, because you can't treat them like you would treat some of the other thousands of channels and nobody wants to watch. I mean, quite
Well,
briefly, I mean, the only reason that I even I know these channels are on my stream is because they say, oh, you got over 100 channels. I don't care. I watch about five.
Yeah.
And you just took
but,
three of them out.
but Brent, what do you? I think at the end of the day, Disney cannot beat Google at a money game for sport or for entertainment. I think ultimately, Apple just bought the rights. They had the MLS. They've now got Formula One. They're going to go after other stuff. It feels to me as if Apple, Google, probably Amazon if they wanted to, but they're not showing much intent, can completely trounce Disney at anything they want to.
They should have put in bid on live sports. YouTube should have just said, look, we'll bid on this stuff. We'll get it for ourselves. And then they didn't have this problem. Because you're right. I
Well,
mean, they make so much money off of the non-content stuff. They should have done this. I don't know.
well,
And
I
now
think
we're
they
the
are.
ones in the
I
middle.
do think Brent. I do think that they do want to play in that sandbox, and
They oughta.
that YouTube itself wants to, and that they're going to. And by the way, I just looked to see if Hulu Live was available in the UK, and everywhere I look, it says it's not. I mean, I think you're absolutely right, though, Keith. I think that it's them, Disney, or Brent, whoever said it, wanting to own that space, and that they're probably not going to be in any rush to pay the fee.
But it's a little bit like the small kid trying to fight the school bully. Even if they get the first punch in, they're screwed.
Well,
That's
but I think if you think about YouTube, though, YouTube is actually the school bully.
absolutely they are.
YouTube
So
is
that's what I'm
way
saying.
bigger.
I'm saying
Yeah.
Disney is the small kid.
Yeah.
Any of these tech companies, did you see the earnings that were announced this past week? Like Microsoft, this is just at the top of my head because I can think about it. They beat their estimates for top line revenue by $2 billion. Not that the revenue was $2 billion for the quarter. They beat it by two. I think it was like $77 billion, and the profits were like 21 billion. So how can any of these content only businesses, they can't compete with that? I mean, that's why YouTube should have just bought all this stuff so that we don't have to go through this. I'm pissed off because I'm in the middle, like Frank and his wife with the View. It's like 10:30 at night on Friday. That's when it went dark. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Right before college football in the NFL?
They've only
So
got, those two things because there's no baseball anymore.
well, Fox had baseball, and that was a great series, by the way.
It sure was.
Was a game. Woo!
Yeah, and that next time you're going to see the Dodgers will be in the White House.
What? Who will be in the White House?
Are they
The
going to go?
team.
Do you think
Apparently, because the owner is a big Trump supporter.
who, Magic
They're-
Johnson? No, I'm just kidding.
They're going to go. Yeah, they're going to go.
Ugh.
They'll be there. Now, if Boston, for example, had won, they wouldn't have gone because Boston's losing the what is it, the World Cup, and LA's losing the Olympics. This is the latest I've heard.
LA is losing the Olympics. Isn't it a little too late to be messing around with where the Olympics is going to be? They can't. There's no way they can pull the Olympics at this point.
Tell that to El Jefe.
There
Here's
is
the,
no
uh,
way they're going to do
Here's
this.
Here's the Hulu news. Outside of the US, starting on 8th of October, they're rebranding it as they're replacing the Star network with Hulu. Now that's probably mainly Asia because I think Star is an Asian
I don't know.
network.
I see it as a choice on Disney Plus for sometimes when they have content on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Star isn't in the UK, so it can't include the UK. But the rest of the world where Star is, Hulu's replacing what was previously Star, and it's a new global strategy.
Oh, so if I set my VPN to like South Korea,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
I can download Star and watch it VPN through some Asian country.
You probably need a South Korean credit card to be able to validate itself.
Aye. Okay, this is just too much. I'm sorry, but I'm really angry about this.
Unless you know an equivalent of Keith Tier in Korea where you can borrow his login.
You, do,
Yeah,
you- do
that's
you
going to
do you
go
have
well for you.
do you have a South Korean log? Wait a minute, I do know a guy named Keith Tier, and seems to me no, we won't go there. We won't go there. Anyway, that really upsets me. And the other upsetting thing is this attempt on the part of El Jefe to blow out the LA games in the World Cup. I mean, come on, please, people. This guy's too busy building bathrooms and ballrooms. Ooh, bathrooms and ballrooms. I like that.
You certainly need ballroom in a bathroom. That's true.
Did you see that bathroom? He says it's perfectly perfectly in line with what Abraham Lincoln would have had.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the voters who are out trying to scrounge up some food would love to see.
Yeah,
Him
and the
showing off the
healthcare.
golden bathroom. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
great.
that wonderful party that he threw, the party in Mar-a-Lago,
Yeah.
Smarmy-Lago.
It's so obvious that he just does not care about anybody but
No.
himself.
Here's
But
the
yet and
link.
still, these people are
Well-
going to vote for whatever he wants. I'll never understand that.
I can understand maybe creating a space in the White House that's more conducive. I don't know about having 1,000 people, but apparently, some of the accommodations haven't been great, raising tents all the time, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for like the last 150 years.
The way it was done, though, it was so like, and here's the wrecking ball, and it's just wiped. It felt like, Elon Musk with the chainsaw.
Wouldn't again, going to Brent's point here, he did say he was not going to touch the main building. And there would be a space between this new build and the main building, and he wasn't going to. Then he wipes out the main building. Okay, lie, pretty blatant. Just the megas are just like they're okay with all this. They're just okay with it.
But he doesn't, it doesn't, he can lie. He's not under oath. And when he opens his mouth, there's a good chance that he might be lying. So, I mean, if he says he's going to do something or not do something, I'm not sure why we pay attention to that at all.
Well, it's because it's easy to talk about, kind of fun. But I think that's the only reason to
Well, yeah,
to pay
but-
attention to it.
But I mean, you don't trust that when you hear it, do you?
I don't trust anything that comes out of this administration.
Right.
Anything,
And I
anywhere.
would imagine that you are an example of many people in this country who something's said and they just go, yeah, whatever, because that doesn't mean anything. We can't
It probably means more to the people here in the UK who just who really scream about the lies than the people in America who go, it's another lie.
Yeah,
What do you
well,
think,
we're
Keith?
pretty
I think-
desensitized at this point, and we're desensitized, and we can't do anything about it.
So I'm kind of allergic to words like lie, disinformation, and misinformation in the context of a discussion because I think that's what both sides do to just not have a conversation. That each other calls each other a liar, and I don't really care if it's a lie or the truth. I care what they're trying to get at. What do they stand for? And what
Yeah,
is
but Keith, let's just say this. All right. Trump says he's not going to do something to the main building, and he's not going to blah, 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 right? So we hear it, we go, maybe he's going to do that, maybe he's not. We don't know. If he's earnest, or if he changes his mind, or the plans, or he's dealing with architects and they say, well, geez, there's just no way we can deliver on your promise, he can man up, or whatever you want to call it, and just like address the American people, say, I said this, but
Yeah,
here,
but that's
here's the response we got back from the builders, here's the response we got back. So now, I'm sorry, but we do have to do this, and I'm gonna,
so you're right that a reasonable person might do all of those things, and of course he isn't. He is not a reasonable person. But that said, I wouldn't even care if he knocked the whole fucking building down. Excuse my French. It's a non-issue. I mean, the
So
German
you're lying
Parliament-
again. That's not French.
The German Parliament, the German Parliament in Berlin, the Reichstag, was completely rebuilt. It's a beautiful modern building. I don't care if people knock building down and replace them. Why is it even a talking point for anyone?
It's not.
Nah.
You brought it up.
I didn't.
No,
I never
actually, I
mentioned
think
it.
I brought it up. But
Okay, well
Hey,
then
so-
it's your fault.
Okay, then let's talk about Prince Andrew and how easy it was for the Brits and the king to just strip him of his princedom. Boom, you're out of here. Move, get the hell out of that building.
I also don't
Cutting-
care about that. That's like
No, but
No.
that's not the point. I was going to go beyond that, because it was easy for the Brits to do it. It's so difficult for them to even get Trump to talk about it, or to get the Americans in power to do anything about it.
Well, because
That's why
the Brits are pussies who react to news headlines.
What was the word?
He's not been found guilty of anything.
Wait a minute. I have to look that word up.
It's a flower.
Oh
Posy.
yeah, okay.
But no, the Brits have preemptive P word, and Prince Andrew. I don't like the guy. I've got nothing to support him, but he is being tried in public and found guilty and executed
Successfully.
in quotes.
Yeah.
And it's completely who gives two hoots to me. I mean, this is a
Well,
non-story.
which is it, Keith? Are you worried about cancels, or are you in favor of them since nobody cares?
You mean canceling Prince Andrew's title?
Anybody? I mean, you've expressed on the show.
I think people
A
should be
lot.
allowed to be badly behaved without being punished.
Wait a minute. So Trump should
that's
be
a
badly
special
behaved and
rule.
not get punished?
Yeah, Trump.
I think
it's the
people can be
pre-clause,
badly
pre-impeachment clause.
behaved if they break the law. Then you have to prove it. They have to go to court. And if they don't break, and if it isn't proven, shut up.
Yeah, except it was proven, and it's still, when it comes to Trump, it doesn't seem to matter.
What do you mean it was proven?
We turn
He
ourselves
was convicted.
we turn ourselves into a bunch of moralistic, almost Republican moralists. A kind of
You
Protestant.
speak for yourself about the Republican.
Yeah.
We become Protestants. Like governing morality. It's a non-issue.
Yeah.
I'm a Catholic, all right?
Protestants. Posies and Protestants.
Okay, but wait a
He
second.
means Protestants.
Do you think?
Yes.
I want. Here's a question, a real question here.
Well, according to you.
Did the king give Andrew his walking papers because of the existing status of the Epstein situation, or does he know a little bit more about what may come out, and this is a preemptive strike?
Well,
I think he was ready. He was ready to do it, and then the Giuffre book came out, which had more details in it, and it was like the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak.
But
let's remember,
Alan Dershowitz. Can anybody say that name?
remember, the king is not the brightest chip on the block. We're talking about Prince Charles here, King Charles now.
Is this just genetic for the whole royal
And
family?
this is his brother, right? I have brothers. One of my brothers, I could tell you many things about my brothers, which would differentiate me from them. But I don't judge them. They're who they are. They do what they do. They got to live with the consequences. And to me, to make this a talking point for the whole population to start focusing on is a distraction from more real things.
There's absolutely nothing surprising about about Andrew, because Andrew has always been known to be a philanderer and to be
Yeah.
an oddball, and I mean, kind of globally. It's not just these people, a handful of folks that live, in Windsor. This is a guy that everyone in the world seems to know has got all these problems. I think that's what ended up happening.
But you are allowed to be that guy. I mean, it's not like we've suddenly become the Handmaiden's Tale Society
No,
where
we
we
weren't
But
strictly.
it's funny though. I think it went from being that guy and he's kind of goofy and we'll let him get away with it to, oh my God, it really is over the top and we got to do something about it. I think that must have been what happened. But
Yeah,
I mean,
my wife's met him. They shook hands, and she said she had to go to wash her hands immediately afterwards. So
well,
I'm not.
I
I'm not
did. Every time
supporting
I
him
met
here.
Trump, I had to
So she
wash my
didn't
hands.
anticipate that in advance.
She had no choice. She was she was being presented for some honor or something in England back before we came to the States. I don't even remember I think it was Siberia Cafe.
Yeah, my ancestors were presented with what was half of a potato and see ya.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even gonna say what my ancestors were presented. It wasn't either of those. Let's put it like that.
No?
It didn't. I mean, it certainly wasn't, was it?
They grew the half a potato that
So
he
the problem I have with this conversation, if you want to loosely call it one, is that uh, nobody knows what they're talking about here.
well, that's
Well,
do we ever?
So
Do we
what's
ever?
new? Yeah, so what's
When has
new?
that ever stopped anybody? I mean,
But it hasn't been a problem until this particular conversation, which is, of course, going globally.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
the good
is.
news is that nobody cares. So
No, if nobody
what-
cares, why is it global?
I don't know. I don't know why. I read this. There's a guy named, I can't remember his name, but I've talked about him on the show several months ago, which proves that I didn't know then what I was talking about, and I don't now.
Oh
If
my
you only
God.
knew then what you knew now,
Yeah,
then you.
and he wrote a book called John and Paul about the
Oh my God,
Beatles.
it has to come back to the
Yeah,
Beatles.
always. And he basically surmises. I've he promised that he was going to, in his run up to releasing the book, which is now on the bestseller list. I haven't got the book, I have not read it yet, but I am in his Substack, and he he insinuates or outright says that Alan Dershowitz somehow, remember the Dream Team, is responsible for some that Virginia,
You're
whatever,
free.
yeah, that she has been proven to not be truthful. Now, I was surprised to read this simply because I was under the impression that this was all moving in the direction of the big reveal about Epstein, and apparently not.
That's the only time I've heard that.
I know it's the only time I
So
have.
it very, very
I
much
did bookmark
like
it though, so I can
the
can send
Coacharella
that around.
story. There was a story that broke about 10 minutes ago, just before 15 minutes ago. And I mentioned it to Steve and said I wasn't going to talk about it because I couldn't find a second or a third version of the story.
What was that story?
That there were emails that had just popped up that put that quote ruined Trump's golf game. He had to leave because of these emails that came up about Epstein. And this is a guy named Jack Coacharella, who has got he's an independent journalist on YouTube. Now, I didn't read the story. As I said to you, Steve, I didn't want to talk about it because I hadn't read it.
But luckily, you're
but-
now talking about it for some reason.
Well, I'm talking about it because it's only got one source, that guy, kind of like your book, which only has, as far as I
No,
know,
it's not my
one
book.
source.
It's this other book.
No, do you own the book?
No,
Oh, I thought you said you bought the book, but you hadn't read it yet.
I did not. I am a subscriber to the Substack, which was allegedly
I was
full of
just
details.
giving you a hard time.
Oh, it's going really well for you, right?
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to point out is that there doesn't appear to necessarily be a usual suspects group in connection with Epstein, that there are people who think Epstein is going to reveal everything, and then there are people that don't. And in the middle, there's a whole bunch of other people like Alan Dershowitz and this sort of sub theory that there are that nobody really knows what anybody is talking about here.
Yeah, well, Alan Dershowitz, in my mind, has become the new version of Rudy Giuliani.
Mm.
To your point, I
I
agree.
mean, here's a guy that, everybody used to go. He was the go-to First Amendment lawyer,
Harvard professor,
teacher.
correct?
Yeah, all that. And now he's on the Epstein lists,
So
and he's going to
anybody
say
who's
what he's.
seen the show in 2027, uh, could you look up and find out whether there's any validity to the point that there might be something about this Epstein thing that hasn't exactly been proven?
In 2027?
Well, I just say that, nobody's watching today. In a couple of years, maybe there will be somebody who looks at this and says, "Oh, well, that," and give us the answer.
Not until the Congress comes back and they swear in this Arizona Congresswoman, who will be the 218th vote that'll force the Congress to go and get the Epstein files. Then we'll find out something.
Under
Except
under the strict rules of habeas corpus, nothing has so far been proven, even though we all know.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So
Yeah.
So the question I have here is, there was a discussion about this representative who was elected to this special election seat about what, 2 months ago now?
Yeah.
And basically the Speaker of the House has kept all the Republicans out of town to avoid actually voting on anything.
Right.
Okay, so what happens if the Senate gets involved in this
Nothing.
vote? Right.
Nothing.
They block whatever we think is going to be important about this vote in the House that is being blocked. It sounds like a shell game to me.
Except if what we're hearing is correct, the Senate wants these files out there too. The majority of the Senate. Now, I don't know if that's 60% majority of the Senate, if it's one of those votes. I don't know. If it is, it probably won't come out.
Okay, so snap poll. When's the government going to be reopened? Ever?
It's going to be pretty soon now.
Yeah,
How
I think
come?
so.
Because people are getting these notices about what their health care is going to cost them next year.
Yeah, and the SNAP story. Can't get any food, can't get any health care. I think at some point they're going to have to be forcing their representatives to go back to work.
Well, when we start seeing a lot of people in food bank lines, we see cars, lining up to get celery and bread. People are going to notice. And I'm sorry, Trump can scream all he wants that it's the Democrats who are, got the government shut down and everything. I do think that people will place the blame on their administration.
52% to 42%, according to
Meet the Press this morning. But the other thing on Meet the Press, Steve, which was stunning to me, is the Democrat popularity is only at 28%, and the Republicans are in the low 40s. So the Democratic Party is not benefiting in popularity from that.
They can't lose to spite their face.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's you would normally say it's their game to lose, but they've already lost it. So
yeah.
I mean, and then there's this Mamdani guy who's going to win.
I like him a lot
on Tuesday, and as I told you, I did a turnaround on the last show when I said, yeah, there is going to be some effect on the entire Democratic.
You think?
Did you see last night's Saturday Night Live sketch?
I saw it. It was hilarious. It was finally funny.
They projected Mandami very well. They
All he
said
did was laugh and smile.
all he did is smile with his teeth, and he said, can the mayor do any of those things? Who knows? No. The answer is no, but we'll find out together. Then he smiled.
The other part of it
Eh,
is they kept butchering his name. That was kind of more
that was
funny to me.
hilarious. That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing a good job of
Zoltan,
it right now.
Zoltan Mondari.
Okay, so
It-
so when is the government going to reopen or not?
Within
I
2
don't
weeks.
I don't think it's going to reopen. I honestly think who's gonna well, put it this way, Trump is not going to crack first. I would guarantee that. So the only way it's going to reopen is if the Democrats compromise, which I don't think I'm smelling that they're planning to do.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
the only way. I think
No, the Republicans
you're
will
starting to
compromise.
get Republicans who are hearing it from their constituents. What the hell is going on here? And I think they're gonna go. There's gonna be a bunch of them because they're already starting to like shut them down to a certain extent. Wasn't he asking for that? What is that thing he wants? They want change so they don't have to have 60 votes.
Yeah.
What was that called?
Yeah, the
The
filibuster.
filibuster.
The filibuster thing, and they pushed back on that. When's the last time they did anything like that on something that he demanded?
Well,
Here's
so,
the problem,
Brent,
though, Brent.
Brent-
The problem here is it's more Weasel Mike
Who?
that says
Weasel.
that
well,
one.
Brent, what I was
Weasel.
gonna, isn't it
Now,
true?
can I hear
go with the-
can I just hear what was last said before we
About
have
Weasel Mike? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the Speaker of the House, and he
Uh-huh.
has to call them back.
I was going to ask a question, which is it true that the last time they did a vote, 3 Democrats voted with the Republicans? So the trend is for the Democrats to cross the line, not the other way around.
No, I think I heard that, but look what's going on in the House. Those House of Representative folks are the ones, and unbelievably led by Marjorie Taylor Greene. I mean, who would have thought that one was coming?
You should be so proud.
You're right, Brent's right. It's that you're talking about the Senate. I think Keith, and the problem right now is the House.
No, what Keith's talking about is the Republican frame, that it's just the Democrats. If they can just get 5 Democrats to come over, then we can get rid of this problem with the government.
Yeah, which is BS. That's presenting the whole thing as a math problem. It isn't a math problem. It's an issues problem. And the issue, Brent's right, the issue is whether to renew all of the, I don't know if it's subsidies, but to prevent the insurance.
Oh, the credits.
To
yeah.
prevent
The
insurance.
tax credits are the biggest issue with the insurance.
I'm not smelling Republicans wanting to change their mind on that, and I'm not smelling Democrats wanting to change their mind on that. So that implies a continuing standoff.
Yeah, I agree.
In a way, the ranking of where how people are feeling about the Democrats, it being such a low percentage of
Low number,
whatever appreciation that
lack of
that
appreciation.
yeah
I
that-
don't appreciate you, as they say on
Right.
TV.
right, because it's so low, they kind of almost don't have anything to lose, right? So why not just
That is the source of
Just
Democrats'
stick it,
strength,
just
is that
stay?
they have nobody
They
likes
can't
them,
go any lower.
and it's not going to get a lot
Don't
worse.
draw on the
Yeah.
17.
I just think that for once, if they stick to this message of, we're fighting for people to be able to keep their health care at an affordable rate. That's a hard one to beat when you start seeing these notifications coming out about because I got mine. It's either your current healthcare employee or provider decided to leave the state, or if they stay in the state, your bill is going to be double, triple, quadruple. That's going to be hard for anybody who's on the wrong side of that to argue about.
You're so right, Brent. And if you add to that, the Democrats make a deal out of that, and the ridiculous shit that's going on with the orange Cheeto and his ballroom and his bathroom and all of those, and his airplane and his golf trips and his, and on and on and on and
20
on.
billion to Argentina. Throw that in there
And
too.
20 billion to Argentina. I mean, he's killing the
So
farmers.
every one of those things that you just listed, nobody cares about.
I think they care
Other
when
than
they
that-
start thinking about, oh, our health care is gonna go up 3x, and you're giving away money to Argentina for some BS reason. When
And
you
by the
start
way-
connecting the dots like that, then I think you start making some head.
And
But
by the
Brent,
way,
you've
the billionaire tax rebate, the billionaire tax decrease is apparently about as much as the entire SNAP program would be for 1 year. One year.
Isn't it like an act of generosity and socialism to support a third world country in debt?
Not when your people are losing their health care, or it's going to
Well,
go up 3x.
How about a third
Nice.
world venture capital firm?
Yeah.
Which
How
one
about
can we
America
get
is
to
becoming a third
contribute
world?
the necessary money to bring back the government.
America is becoming a third world country. Come on, people. Let's be honest.
So is there
Becoming?
a chance that because the right is so far right at this point,
You mean wrong,
and
right?
because no, I don't mean that, and because the Democrats are in a
Disarray.
holding pattern, like that's the best thing I could say. And we see, to me, I've seen the inching marching of socialism, right? Of Bernie Sanders being well embraced by a certain age group, by Zoran Mandami being
Zoltan Mandani.
so did I
Yeah.
get it right?
Yes, you did.
And his
Communist.
ways being embraced by New Yorkers of a certain age, and some others. Now, do you think that because the right's going so far right that it is going to push or create this space for the left to go so far left and have people get on with that?
But that already happened.
I think you're right.
That already happened, Tina, which is why we've got Trump. The left became out of touch with normal people already.
Yeah, I don't buy that bullshit.
Think
Yeah,
so.
but look, here's what I think. I think that the left.
I think the rhetoric was that way. I don't think the policies were that way.
I think that
No,
what's
no,
going
you're
on
right.
here is the right is so worried that they're trying to redraw the maps so that they don't have to worry.
But as Newsom said on Meet the Press, I didn't see the show, but I read it, and much better than TV, by the way. Just read in the New York Times. It's great.
He was good. He was good. I saw it.
Yeah, well, I read it, and it was really good. It was even better than it was on TV.
But did you want to make a comment about what he
Yes,
said?
I do.
Thank you. Let's
Yes.
get on with that.
My prediction is that the Republicans will fold.
When?
Probably
Another
January, February.
Another month.
Really that long? I think it's a couple of weeks.
I don't think it can
Yeah,
go
I
another
think that's
2 months.
spin.
Well,
What
that's
happens? Okay.
maybe it's my spin. I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later.
Okay,
in my
well,
opinion.
Are there more?
Would that be good?
Are there more? Are we going to have a lot more problems with the government shutdown within this next month? Are there different problems?
Wait
that
till
are
a plane
start
crashes.
happening?
Wait till some kind of plane crash happens. And
Well,
kills
thanks.
10
Well, that
Thanks a lot.
I mean,
Yeah,
that,
wait
It's
until a
unfortunate,
You know,
hurricane,
but
hey,
it seems
Brent,
to be getting close.
just don't go.
wait until a
to
hurricane hits Florida.
Don't go. Just stay home.
okay, a natural disaster could do it, right? Like we don't have the
Yeah.
people who we've had lined up and now they're not responding to it. Thank you very much. Okay, that could happen. But we don't want to wait for a
Wait,
natural
what about war in Venezuela? Or
Well,
what about the
you
war in the
think that-
Caribbean? What about
Yeah,
You
what
think
about
that's
we're-
going to happen? Who is it that's
I think-
on your TV?
think
Who is it on your TV
Trump is plenty posed for
Who
for
is it?
Venezuela.
Who is it on your TV that you've seen that suggests, other than Democrats, that this could lead to war?
Oh, I think that Hegseth thinks it's important that the
You're putting those two
military
words together, Hegseth and thinks.
that the military needs to be in its formal war
Look,
posture in the Caribbean, and I think that says the same thing.
I don't know if it's we might be
I don't
closer
buy
than we think, because he's already shooting, people, these boats that nobody knows who's in them. All we
Or
have
what's
to
on
go
it.
with, or what's on it. What if he really starts feeling the heat about, people pressuring him? This is all this wag the dog stuff. He's going to pick some target. What is it, Nigeria now? I mean, he seems to be picking places to try to do stuff that looks, I think he thinks looks good to his base, but gets more and more dangerous every time he does something.
Yeah, guns ablazing in Nigeria because they're killing Christians. Come on.
No, funnily enough,
start a war somewhere.
Funnily enough,
itching for it.
I disagree. I think
funnily
Wait a minute.
enough,
looking to keep the stock market up enough to be able to get through January.
He doesn't even talk
all
about
this
that.
aggression.
He barely mentions that, and you would think that would be something he'd be talking about all the time.
Which
but
one?
He isn't. The stock market being up. I mean, he mentioned it recently when he was over in Japan or wherever it was.
No, he's talking about we're going to keep killing those people in those boats.
Easy.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
what
know
we're gonna
why.
do.
That's his biggest win
what-
is what's going on with
How
the
many
stock
are we up
market.
to? 16 now?
How many Democrats who don't say anything are we up to now?
We're
Most
saying
of them.
About
something.
what? I
I'm
don't
not a
know.
Democrat.
Most of them.
Yeah, I'm not a
But
Democrat.
what,
Saying
what was
about
Keith
what?
going to? Keith was trying to say something. I'm curious. What the hell were you trying to say there, Keith?
I'm taking a second thought because I don't like being attacked, but I'll say it anyway.
Who attacked you?
Keith, you're wrong. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say that, just like an honest confession, I don't really care about these Venezuela boat bombings. I know I should.
There you go.
I know I should, but actually, ultimately, I assume there are drugs on them. I do think fentanyl and all those other drugs are a problem, and it's not a cause célèbre for me. I like if we talked about the 14,000 Amazon layoffs, I care about that. If we talked about what's going on, more broadly with the economy, I care about that. If we talk about the China talks, there's probably things there I care about. But these Venezuela things and the White House being half knocked down, I don't really care about them, and I don't think most people do.
I think that's right.
I don't think people really care about the Venezuelan stuff as much as they probably should. But I think people do care about giving $20 billion away, and your people are starving over here and not being able to pay for their health. If the Democrats were just smart, just bring everything back to that. I mean, because that's stuff where people can relate to. More people than not, because what is it? 42 million people are getting ready to lose their SNAP benefits. And then we don't know how many millions of people are going to lose their health care.
Didn't that actually happen at midnight last night?
Yeah, yeah.
And didn't the healthcare issue start to be sent out to people like yesterday?
Yeah, I got mine last week.
And how much is it being raised for you?
For me, I'm kind of lucky. It's only going up 30%.
And by the way, you say you're lucky it's only going up 30%, but that's already about 100% more than I pay here in the UK. Which
you're in the UK, yes.
I mean,
That's
America
why we
needs
call it the UK state.
America needs to have the NHS. I'm sorry,
And
it
Brent,
just does.
you can maybe you maybe can handle it, the increase, with some, like, oh, this sucks and it does eat into my pocketbook, but you can probably handle it a bit. There's going to be a lot of people who won't be able
There are going to be a lot of
people who are going to say, you know what? The American healthcare system is obviously not for me. I can't
That's
support
right.
it.
They're not going to pay for healthcare because they need to pay for food.
Once they drop their insurance and somebody in their family gets sick, it's going to be a crisis.
Well, they're going
Yeah.
to fight.
Well,
So
maybe not. Maybe there's a lot of drugs advertised on MSNBC now.
As long as they're not being blown up by Trump.
Yeah, I think that the
He's only blowing up. He's only blowing up bad drugs.
Oh, I know. I was just kidding. I was
like
just
Tylenol.
yeah.
He's
By the way,
forcing-
and how about
he is forcing the pharmaceutical companies to give America most favored nation status and only charge.
Yeah,
the
we'll
cent-
see that happen.
Yeah, but that
That'll
hasn't
happen
happened.
when?
That hasn't
Yeah.
happened yet.
Yeah, that.
But it's one of his talking points, though, right?
Yeah, it's,
Yeah. It's,
Talking exactly.
how many talking points do you need to sink a battleship?
You know what I've been interested in is this whole thing about the state, in quotes, socialism. I noticed that he let slip the idea of the government taking a 10% stake in all the big tech companies on behalf of, quote, the people.
Wait a minute, in all the tech companies?
Yeah, 10%. and not paying for it. I mean, taking it.
yeah, like the lawyers that he's
And then putting that into a sovereign wealth fund on behalf of people.
Wait a minute.
Now that is not
where does that fit in the capitalism? Because that doesn't sound like capitalism to me.
That's my very point. I
Yeah.
don't think he's a pure capitalist. I think he's some kind of weird
Trump is
individual.
not a pure capitalist. See, this you can't get this by paying for it.
no.
It
You can
comes
only
for
get
free.
it right here on the Gillmor Gang for
That's
free.
right.
Well, what is it then? What do you think is behind him even suggesting that?
No, you're right. He's
Doesn't
become
really care
a
what he said.
socialist.
He's just dog paddling to the
No,
next
he's,
election.
would you call he's not a king, so it's not monarchy. It's some kind of, it's a mearchy. He thinks that if he does it, it's fine. If anybody else does it,
Well, according to the
doesn't
Supreme
apply.
Court, he's right.
Yes, he can't do wrong,
That's right. Correct.
which makes him right.
So
Right.
also the boats that are being blown up are thought to be mostly carrying cocaine, not
No.
fentanyl.
And
We
by
have
the
no
way,
idea what they're carrying.
quite how actually much can those boats hold? It's not like
They're
they're
like these little
tankers.
boats.
It's not like they're tankers with tons of drugs on them. They're
Well,
like
Frank, you know what
they're
a
cigarette
ground looks
boats.
like.
Yeah,
You can
So
put a
that's-
lot. You can put a lot on a
no,
boat.
Is
you
that your
can't.
apartment doorbell ringing, Frank?
It's my listen.
Don't answer it.
You,
Run!
you can put a lot on those boats. I think.
MI6.
But the thing is that the government is saying this is about fentanyl. It's fentanyl. Fentanyl. Most of the fentanyl is coming from Mexico.
Please.
Well,
I don't believe that to be true.
Hey, by the way, if it is fentanyl and they blow it up, doesn't it go up in a big haze? And doesn't fentanyl create a problem for somebody if it's just a meat?
That's true.
but there's a
Touches
deeper
you?
Tina, there's a deeper conversation, which is
Oh,
what should the talking points be?
What?
Because the media wants the talking points to be the White House blowing up the boats, but what should they actually be? What would be the most effective talking points that would create?
They're
people
losing their health care.
Yeah.
And they're going to go bankrupt.
And they're
That's-
not going
to
to be
me-
able to eat.
I think that's what I would
Ian.
broadly characterize as defense, playing defense. Yes, I agree.
No, I think it's
What's the offense?
first.
Where's
It's the
offense?
first time the Democrats have played offense in about 25 years.
When
But I
the
think in this
government
case, the
starts
defense is the
coming for-
offense.
No, because it's reactive.
I don't agree.
When the government starts to come for, first thing, these guys who are running these boats are not the big kingpins. Okay, they're boat runners.
Yeah.
They don't. It doesn't. There's another person to go get on a boat and run those drugs.
Well, that's an
Tomorrow.
argument in favor of
Not
war.
getting.
You're arguing for stepping it up and going for the big guys, which means you're in favor of war.
What I'm saying is they're desensitizing us, and when they start coming after our kids in the street and with guns because they're doing it out there in the high seas, then we're going to have another conversation.
You're making a
We.
good point about desensitizing us, because in the end, if we get totally desensitized, he's going to be able to create a situation where he can say, there is a national emergency. I am going to shut this country down. No elections. Thank you
That's what
very
he's been
much.
trying to say for months now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
My
use
feeling
this
is
ballroom for the rest of my life.
the death of democracy is overstated, that the court system, as Obama and Bill Gates have suggested, is pretty much holding its own.
My prediction is Vance versus Newsom, or someone instead of Newsom, in a normal election in 2028.
Well, that'd be nice, because
Yeah, I
Vance
take
is
that.
an empty suit.
He's an empty couch.
But he does have the tech bros in his pocket.
No,
Are you sure?
Or do
I
they
just-
have him in their
Doesn't-
pocket? I don't
Yeah,
I think-
didn't Peter Thiel have something to do with him being
Yeah, of
in that
course.
job?
I
Yeah.
think that's underestimating Vance.
Wait, that's
Keith's
underestimating what?
It's underestimating Vance. I mean, if you look at Vance's speech in Europe about stuff a few months ago, Vance is a very competent.
yeah, I'll take that bet. I'm looking forward to winning that bet.
He's not likable though. He might be smart, but he is not likable.
Well, we now know that likability isn't really a criteria.
I don't know about that. People loved Trump when he went in both
Yeah,
times. They loved him.
Yeah, they thought he
still
was the
do.
apprentice, man. They thought he was that guy from The
Yeah, they
Apprentice.
still do. I mean, but Vance has never. If he tried to run like, I guess, like
Newsom,
what was
by the way, is not nice either.
Yeah,
No, but I like him a lot more than
I do.
than
I like him a lot.
he seems to be a little bit more aligned with whoever on this side that likes to go against Trump. I'm just
He
saying
looks
Vance
like a
on his
president.
own. Vance on his own.
They're both
he
slimy.
doesn't bring
Let's face
anything.
it, they're both slimy.
Nah, Vance is slimier.
I
Wait,
don't
what is
disagree.
it? Is Mandami slimier than either of them?
I
I
don't
think
know nothing about that.
I like
Mandami's
Mandami. I think
Zoltan is not.
I don't know.
Mandami may be the real deal. I mean, he's definitely speaks organically from his brain to his mouth without going through a political script. But he is he's still on a mission. I mean, I don't know what that mission is, but he's on a mission and a zealot, therefore, like you have to be if you're a politician.
I don't know
Free-
anything.
you're saying
really
a lot
about
of
him.
different things simultaneously.
Free buses.
No, I'm saying, as far as I can tell, he's genuine and he's less of a polished politician and more of this is
The
what
girls like him.
That's true. That was part of the SNL.
That was
skit.
part. That sure was.
They like Kennedy too, and I hear they liked Obama as well. So I don't know. That might be a good thing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
For a while, yeah.
Yeah, and then of course you could flip that script and look at Donald Trump.
Okay, so now we go to the lightning
rather-
round where we talk about failed TV shows for 40, Bob.
I
Okay,
don't know
I don't
about
want
that.
to. I don't want to
there's-
talk about
we
failed ones,
touch-
but
we
I'll.
ran out of episodes of Slow Horses.
No, I'm going to give you some new ones to watch. You
No,
need
you're
to.
not the only one who's going to give us. some.
Okay, but I've got a list and I want to go over it. You need to be watching that the house full of dynamite. It's so good.
Yeah, we saw it.
And you need to be watching the third season of Dark Winds. It's
Dark
it's-
Wind. Sounds
you,
like
you should watch
Dead
it from the
Wind.
beginning. Watch it from the beginning. It's on Netflix. It's
What is it?
spectacular.
What station is it on?
It's on Netflix. There's been 3 seasons and it's like
Are you spoiler alert?
no, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I'll tell you it's about cops on the reservation in New Mexico and all sorts of nefarious goings on, and they have
Okay,
to
so there's a
investigate.
show-
So that's worth watching.
There's a show by the same producers as Slow Horses.
Oh
What?
yeah, I've watched the first 2 of those.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
I enjoy
Yeah. What's her name? Thompson.
Yeah, Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson.
she's good. Yep.
What?
Look right there.
What? What do you?
Giving you some
How
direction.
about? Oh wait, I have an
Touch
idea.
it. I know. I can't
Interrupt
touch
me
it.
now.
I know. Yeah,
Interrupt me
right there,
quickly.
right
Okay,
there,
thanks.
right there. Thank you.
Got nothing to say.
Can we touch on for a second the thing that AI and Fox News about they were trying to, I guess there's some AI videos created that had all these angry black women talking about what they were owed and not getting because of this, the shutdown when it comes to
Oh,
this. And Fox News absolutely ran with it
They went with it. Yeah.
because let's face it. And then they didn't even really do a retraction. They cleaned up the headline to just say AI videos present instead
You-
of what they were wanting to say, which was black women angry and putting videos out about not getting what they're owed.
So what I think that says, Brent, is that there's no editorial oversight, and that they make this big mistake because there's no editorial oversight. And I think, by the way, that that's something that's going to happen at CBS, for example, who just let hundreds of people go. And there's a gigantic number of people that are going to be let go because of this Paramount deal. So that means Paramount and CBS and all those, there's going to be a lot of firings there. ABC has bent the knee to and that's going to hurt them editorially. And NBC is this with the split with Versant and NBC News, that's going to be a problem for them editorially as well. And I think you're going to start seeing a whole lot of mistakes happening on the mainstream media. I really believe it, and I'm really afraid of it. And
Okay, you're calling them
I'm not
mistakes. I'm not calling that a mistake. I'm calling that, oh my gosh, look what we got here. The excitement of getting something that they feel is going to, get kidnapped, or what they call it, catnip, to their audience. And they're not, they're gonna run with it. And then when they get called on it from external sources, then they're gonna like put these weak ass retractions out there. But the damage is already gonna be done by the time the weak ass oh, we were wrong, or this was, or we weren't wrong. It was the AI video that was wrong. And they actually still called the AI videos of
AI videos. Yeah.
but they didn't say these folks weren't real in this video. They were just saying AI videos, which could lead you to believe, oh, these are real people, but they were made to say these things. They weren't
yeah,
even real people.
it could be like, oh, the video was the interviews were fine. It was the background that got, that was AI.
So you need to be watching the new season of The Morning Show if you want to talk about AI.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We saw that.
Mm.
Anyway,
Okay,
but you're right,
so,
Brent. That's scary.
Any other shows?
Yes, Lazarus.
Yeah. When I told you this a few days ago, you said, "Yeah, I got to the third show, and it finally started to get good."
And it did. It had a good ending.
Oh, I'm on the
And-
third show, and it hasn't gotten
What-
really good yet.
All right.
Well, okay. All right.
We haven't touched on the biggest news in a whole week. The biggest news. Come on, especially Frank. I'm kind of disappointed that you haven't mentioned this. It's after 46 seasons, Ridiculousness has gotten canceled.
What is
Ah.
ridiculousness?
Oh, you know what?
Doctor
We
Who?
didn't talk
Oh,
about
I saw that. Yeah.
We didn't talk about MTV being shut down in the UK, and the next one will be MTV being shut down completely. And
Yeah, but
You'll-
before we go there, what happened with
Ridiculousness.
Doctor Who getting canceled because of boredom?
no,
Wait a minute, Doctor Who got
got
canceled? I didn't
No,
know
it
that.
didn't. The joint venture between BBC and ABC
Oh, right.
was ABC pulled out.
Yeah, it's not on. It's
it's-
not on Disney anymore. It's not on Max anymore. I mean,
It's gone.
yeah.
Basically, it
BBC
failed.
America, guys.
Yeah.
What?
BBC America doesn't do anything though. You know that. They don't they can't even license BBC programs on BBC
Wait,
America.
have they named a new Doctor Who yet?
No,
I don't
because
think so.
nobody cares.
I care.
No, I'm
I
not
like
saying
it.
I don't care.
Say
I've
that.
said that about 6 months ago.
Say that nobody cares. You don't know.
I
I think
know,
Brits,
yeah, I
Brits
You know,
still
and
care.
and by the way, here's another big story. That Monday, the Good Morning America cast will celebrate 50 years on the air.
Wow.
50. Okay, that's it. And I actually was there.
Who are the
50
first
years ago.
hosts?
It was
Is that David Hartman guy? Was he
David
one of them?
Hartman and
Juliet
Joan-
Hartley?
No, Joan. Oh man, don't make me do this. Joan London, yeah,
Joan
Joan London
London.
and David Hartman and Charlie Gibson was the news guy, and or
Yeah.
actually it was Peter Jennings, and then it became Charlie Gibson, because I worked with Peter Jennings and I was there, and I'm really pissed off that they didn't invite me, but I probably wouldn't be allowed into the country after all the shit I say on this show about the
You're on the ice list, man.
Yeah, you don't want you have to worry about not being let out of the country.
Yeah, they'll make sure you get out of the country.
Well, see, I do have an American passport, so I'm hoping that
Well, you're
That
good,
won't.
right?
That you think that'll change anything?
Well, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
You know, when President Vance is in power,
Oh,
then we'll see.
like that picture of President Vance with the wife with Charlie Kirk's wife in the black leather pants. Think that pissed
Oh.
off his wife?
I
Oh
have
my
that-
God.
To avoid a President Vance, Democrats have to have a strategy of getting from 28% popularity to about 60%.
They sure do. I think that a lot of that
No, I don't
are
agree with
these.
that.
a lot of
I don't think it's 60. I think it's probably 50. But I think that also that they do have this opportunity with the healthcare and with the
Absolutely.
food and with
All you
of
have
the
to do
money
is
that's being
watch
spent by the administration. Those three
Thune.
issues.
watching Senator Thune.
I think they should steal Trump's idea about state ownership of wealth production through big companies and raise the stakes to 50% from 10%. Go for it.
You know, I think that if there was an American Bitcoin,
Mm.
that and the money went there instead of into Trump's Bitcoin, which is now what, up to $7 a share or $7 a coin or something like that. Ridiculous. But it
Good.
still puts $1 billion in his pocket for the
I
family.
think that the guaranteed income is too complicated to explain, let alone actually have it happen.
Getting to back to something else that's ridiculous as hell. Did you see the Louisiana governor? He basically came out and he was the one that fired the coach of LSU because he's tired of them hiring a bunch of losers and had to pay them off. And then he said, we want to be we want our state schools to be the ones at the forefront of putting statues on campuses for Charlie Kirk.
Gold
the-
one.
What the hell? I mean, why?
Right
why?
next to the Confederate generals.
I don't. These people are so kowtowing to your boy.
Yeah.
It's
Whose boy?
Oh, let's have a
Sorry-
little
sorry,
poll here.
sir,
How
Frank.
many hours a week do you watch the press officers in the White House?
Zero.
Zero.
No, Frank, the other way.
Hmm?
Come on, you know all about all of
But
these
it doesn't mean I
announcements
watch
every
it.
day.
I read it.
Okay,
I don't watch it.
okay, I'll
Because
change my
it's
question
so much
accordingly.
better to read this stuff, and
I
you
agree
should
with you.
read.
Didn't somebody
And it
just say
is-
that earlier? It's better to
Yeah.
read.
You know, I thought I heard that somewhere.
I'll take it, even if it's like a month later that I'm agreed with.
Boy, Ian Waring has been really busy in the
Oh, I haven't seen
chat,
that.
and we haven't been giving him any
I'm
props
not
today.
seeing any comments.
Oh, there it's the comments are in the Facebook page, in the Facebook chat. He's just gone nuts, politically homeless, like many of us.
Wow, I don't even
UK
see it.
illegal immigration, a 3% problem. Public brainwashed to think it's 48%. You're absolutely right. It's anyway. He's got a lot of
Okay.
LOL, one horse
Last
ponies.
chance. Anything else?
Nah, this was a good show.
The World Series is great. I already mentioned
That was amazing. By the end of
Okay.
last night, I was seriously did not care which one won.
I was
Well,
rooting for
it-
Toronto.
It
I
was
was-
4-1 to the Blue Jays, and I foolishly agreed with my wife to go with her to a Fleetwood Mac tribute band concert. And as I was leaving, I asked Grok in my Tesla who won the World. Did the Blue Jays win the World Series? And Grok, in a hushed tone, said, "No, I'm sorry. The Dodgers won the World Series."
Good.
And I said, "How did that happen?"
How can I lie to this guy? so that he thinks that I agree with him.
We don't want him getting any car crashes because this news might be a bit
It
exciting.
was an amazing game.
That was a great
Oh
that was a
my
great series.
God, that was one of the best World Series games I
Was it on ABC? I didn't see it.
Certainly, hell wasn't on ESPN because I saw it. So
You know, I'm going through the DGA and the BAFTA screenings right now, which is like driving me nuts because I'm literally watching
BAFTA.
BAFTA. I'm watching like 3 or 4 movies every single day, and you have to watch them all if you want to vote for them. If you don't watch them, you can't vote. You could lie, I suppose, but
that never
but actually, with the BAFTA site, it actually knows if you have or haven't watched it. If you watch it on the site, you have to go back and say, no, I saw it at a in a movie theater, or I saw it at a screening at some special screening, whatever.
Only lie about what they do.
So, so there are, and to me, watching the really crappy movies is so difficult. I mean, because there's so many of them. But man, there are some really good movies coming, and there's a few of them that are out right now that you can see. That, for example, Warfare, unbelievable movie about the war in Iraq, and
it's got to be about warfare, right?
It's one day in the life of a SEAL team in Iraq, and it's just unbelievably good. It's not going to win any awards, but it was great. And there's just a whole bunch of really good movies out there right now. I mean, that you can probably see. I'll tell you a couple of them. Mickey 17 by Bong Joon-ho. It's super good. The Superman movie, I don't care what anyone says, I love it. F1 blew me away. There's a movie called Weapons, which is really good. It's a spooky movie. The Life of Chuck is a really good movie. Highest to Lowest, the Spike Lee film. I liked it.
That was good.
It was good. You know, there's just some really good movies out there, and I just wish to God I was watching them on the big screen instead of watching them on my medium screen at home. But I just can't get out.
I watched them on the little screen because I've flown a lot the last 3 weeks, and I think I've seen most of those movies on the plane.
And they're all this year movies too. They're all new, which is really there you go. That's the change in the way content is being delivered.
I'm good with only in theaters, as in I don't want to go into a theater.
I don't even need to pay for it at home. I'll just wait when I'm on a plane and catch up on all those things.
Okay. Once around the table, Keith's here. Last thoughts.
It's been rather quiet.
Keith here.
A burning, raging fire of anger and retribution.
That's an Elvis song.
No, I'm in a relaxed mood because I think I'm not scared about anything happening in the world. I think we're going to be pretty stable. For Steve, I do think the stock market is going to be in a bull market for the next couple of years.
I sure hope you're right.
And I think Trump will do what Trump does. And my entire attention is on, can the Democrats actually do anything meaningful to become a contender in 2028, maybe even in 2026, but by 2028. And my current answer is no, I'm not seeing anything, but Newsom this morning was good enough to open a chink of light.
Let's see if, let's see if the Mandani race ignites people in a different way. I think it has the possibility. I mean, we are talking about New York City. There's a lot of focus on New York, and I think people might pay attention, and if he's elected and if he can get something done, we may have a bit of a leader and let some other people follow his lead.
Yeah, but like they said on Saturday Night Live, yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to say that too. Who knows?
That was probably the worst episode of Saturday Night Live in its history.
No.
Except for the Open.
No,
I'd say the Open and weekend news.
I only watch.
The weekends is always good. The news is good. There was only that one. It wasn't
terrible.
No, they're in a tailspin.
There's been other terrible.
They could spin off weekend updates. That's all I watch.
Yeah, I'd make that into a streaming show.
Yeah, they should.
I agree.
You know, and have another episode and have Borowitz be one on that network. I mean,
Yeah, he's a little dry for my taste.
It makes you, I sometimes wonder if they know what funny is, because some of those sketches are just not funny.
well, let me tell you, when
that
you're in
would
the
be what I
writers,
just said.
when you're in the writers' room, almost everything that anyone says gets a laugh. So that says to me that
Well,
they
they're all
think
on,
everything.
you know, they've had no sleep and they're on, you know, what is it?
It's a
The
crazy
LPV1
It's a crazy
shot.
Not on the first day. Not on the first day in the writers'
No,
room.
the
They
first
actually,
year.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Oh, I wanted to get Keith's take on what does Nvidia hitting the 5 trillion market cap value? Did that mean anything?
Well, it means they've got a lot more money to spend on, you know, their CEO is kind of super interesting because, and Steve, you'll appreciate this because of network world understandings, but he doesn't think about GPUs. He thinks about every bit of the data center. For example, the throughput between every single device. Like if you have 1,000 GPUs, how can you connect them to not be the victim of, let's say, 10 gigabit Ethernet? How can you go beyond that? So he thinks in systems, not in components. And it means that when you buy something from NVIDIA, you're typically buying the whole data center replacement, not just some GPUs. So their revenues are going to skyrocket. And this 5 trillion is probably just a milestone towards a much bigger number. And they use that to fund the purchasers. So they'll invest in, you know, everyone really, and they'll own a piece of the upside in those other companies. But those other companies will also have cash to keep buying. And so there's a kind of a symbiotic ecosystem building up with NVIDIA in the middle of it, where if there was no demand, it wouldn't work. But the fact that people are buying $200 chat GPT subscriptions or $20 chat GPT subscriptions, et cetera, Codex, which is chat GPT's coding tool, I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I've abandoned Anthropic, which was my favorite before because of it.
Wow.
Turns out ChatGPT is now responsible for about 90% of link referrals to websites from AI.
Wow.
And the conversion rate on a link click from OpenAI is 24% compared to web conversion rates. So there's a lot going on there that NVIDIA, in a way, is the center of gravity, and everything else is a planet.
So it's not too late to buy Nvidia stock.
Yeah, too late, way too late.
Is it?
I don't think it's too late. I think it'll be fine for the next couple of years at least.
There you go. Why don't you get in line behind Keith then?
But
That's a line I don't mind being behind.
Okay, let me know how that turns out.
I'm holding on to mine for my share.
Yeah, exactly. Who's going to sell?
it'll go up and down from
Yeah.
here and there, but
Yeah.
on an upward trajectory, I would predict.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
That was good. I'm glad I asked that question.
Good question, Brent.
Okay,
That's it.
Tina, anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. Thanks to everybody who showed up, and especially those who didn't. We'll see you again if there is a next time.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
There has to be a next.
Such an ominous cliffhanger.
Yeah. Good show, guys.
Likewise.
See ya.
All right. Got to get ready for the Rams. See ya.
49ers were winning last time I